All right, sir. So you talked about being a health teacher, and that is an advantage when you say you're not in the box. Me, I always wanted to be a psychology and history teacher. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm a little too nuts for them, so they didn't give me the chance. But in health, you're teaching how to take care of your body, which in turn teaches you how to take care of your mind. In the hip-hop generation, health of today, I should say, health is now becoming a pivotal part of the culture. They have vegan Thanksgivings now. You got Styles P with Pharmacies for Life. You also have Abyss, a Jersey MC, and she's in the gym showing you how she has to get it in to keep her mind and focus correct.
Okay.
Why is it important for you to teach the youth about mental health and physical health, and how in turn does that help them, in your opinion, with spiritual health?
One is everything is all intertwined together, right? Physically we can go work out and change the way our body looks over time, right? But I think the biggest thing, definitely mental and spiritual. If you are not okay mentally, right, then you're going to have some type of struggles, right? And we say this, that our mind tends to, I always use this with the kids, that I say that our mind always thinks negatively, right? That we're thought to, let me cheat, let me steal, let me go over here and not do this, let me go do this. When you have to be the individual to control your mind and speak positivity back into it to get the best out of your mind, right? My father used to always say to me, from a young age, right, you need to be physically and mentally strong. Physically and mentally strong. He used to say it constantly, over and over again. And I never knew what that really meant. Not till I got older, and that as I watched some of the people around me, some people are not mentally strong. Like, they can be physically strong, but they're not mentally strong. And mentally strong, that you got to be able to handle the daily stress that goes on every single day. So we talk about we live in this fast-paced world, but dealing with the fast-paced world, now you're dealing with multiple different stressors, right? And those stressors, right, if you're not mentally strong, will break you down completely. And I've seen multiple individuals, hospitalized, go into the sense of maybe trying to kill themselves or take their lives, and make bad decisions because of what's going on inside their mind, all right? And all that goes back to the different fears that they have, and a lot of things come from too, right? How you were raised. If you were raised in a positive environment, if you had a mother or father who spoke negatively to you, or one of the father's not there or the mother's there, and just vice versa, when you're speaking to an individual, and we talk about those ages 1 through 7, right? When we're speaking to that individual, they're taking in all of that, and they're actually creating their mind that particular moment. And so, however you're saying to them, whether it's positive or negative, right, as they become older, that's going to help form and mold their mind. And if their mind were not strong, then now you have this broken child that becomes this broken adult, and now we're putting this out into the world and society.
It's deep. Education and health go together like mind, body, and spirit. And the thing that bothers me when it comes to health is that we don't clean out our junk to get healthy. We try to get healthy with our junk still in us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not even only a personal in the body. That's our workplace. That's education. That's even in churches and spirituality. That a lot of us, in the church terms, they say we're putting new wine in old skins, old bottles. And I want to ask you this, on a philosophical, theoretical thing. Every child has a right to be taught and to be learned. And being taught and to learn are two different things.
Absolutely.
Just like everybody has the right to be heard and listened to. Two different things. What is the secret to your success in being able to teach and mold youth while other people look at what we do and be like, I can't do that. Y'all, God bless you. I don't got the patience. Because patience isn't really the key. What do you say it is?
It's understanding each individual.
Respect.
Right? Yes, respect.
Okay.
Even though they're children, understanding them. Understanding that they deal with multiple situations. I think that, let's go back when we were younger. It used to be like, parents would say, it's my way or the highway. True. And you had to listen to what they said, right? And then, as you get older, you had different opinions or different things that you felt differently about, where you wanted to make choices, but you weren't allowed to make those choices at a young age, right? The success I've had with the younger generation is that, one is I listen to them. When they want to talk, I sit down, allow them to talk and voice their opinion and see what's going on in their mind. I think listening is the key, right? Because if you can listen, then not only you just hear what they're saying at the moment, but you can find out so many other things that they're going through, or the things that they're dealing with. And giving them a platform to just vent and talk, and now using that and saying, okay, well, now that we know these things are going on, let's try to help you. Let's try to steer you in this direction. Let's try to give you this platform often. That way you can express yourself on a regular basis. And teaching them that, that there isn't anything that they can't do. And they have these multiple fears that we talk about, but a lot of these fears have come from all the different stressors that they're dealing with.
You know what bothers me with this, though, is that I hate the fact that a lot of people from our generation and older have given up on the kids already. I once had an older gentleman say, I want to apologize to you, young man. And I don't know this man. I'm like, why are you apologizing to me? He said, because my generation dropped the ball. He said, the most precious gift you can give a youth is reading. And instead of taking you out of church and teaching you about the importance of developing your mind and your spirit together, what we did is gave y'all television and let y'all run free. I was like, that's a deep statement.
It is deep.
Then after that, I listened to the hip hop of today, and one of the people who inspired me in my 20s said, our generation died when our fathers was born because no one was there to help mentor and raise us. Now in hip hop today, I hear people say, well, y'all talked about murder and drug use. We're the offspring of the people who used the drugs that y'all sold. So what do you think about us now?
Wow.
In context to those frames of thoughts and principles of psychology, how does that affect your job and what you do?
The biggest thing that I see is that there are some children that are dealing with abandonment. Right, whether that be father or mother, right, and because they're dealing with those situations, whether there was a father, mother in the particular home at the time, right, and now they're no longer there, they express that sense of abandonment in multiple ways, right. But then let's go back to this and say, well, if you have a broken child, right? A broken child becomes a broken adult, and then we continue this cycle, right? That is hard for us to get out of, and then it becomes, we become comfortable. So everything is all interrelated and all intertwined, in that when we become comfortable, some people, if they don't have that motivation, if they wasn't taught to have that motivation to go explore different things, then we continue this cycle over and over again. And so, going back to those things that you just said, that, some people have given up because it's a lot to fight, but they don't look at it as in the sense of like, well, maybe if I can save 25 and another 25, save another 25. And I think that's the mindset that we have to look at. Yeah, you can't save everybody. Yeah. I mean, let's just be realistic.
The Bible even say that.
You can't save everybody, but if you can save a few, and that's the way I look at it, I know that I've done my job.
Let me ask you a hip hop question. You a Tupac fan?
Yes, love Tupac.
Okay. So there was a belief that went out a long time ago, not too long, but people said Tupac was a prophet. Because everything that he said, we still go through today. Do you feel that way as an educator?
Do I feel like he was a prophet?
And do you still feel like we go through the things that he talks about today?
We definitely still go through those same things.
Okay.
Right? Do I feel he was a prophet? Maybe back then I might have thought he was a prophet.
Okay.
Today I would say no. And I only say no is because I think that he was very educated. Educated from his mother, you know, and very intelligent young individual. Just a little bit before his time, right? But he also educated himself. And, you know, now that you look back, you can see all the different things that he did and what he knew about. But even though he educated himself, he was a guy, he had a platform, and based on his platform, he spoke about all those different things that he was educated on.
Yeah, to me it bothers me when people say he's a prophet. They say we're going through the same things he's talking about today. And to me that makes me go, idiot, that means nothing changed. So then somebody dropped the ball, which goes back to the statement I asked you earlier. Because as an educator, as we see, we now face issues with every child wants to follow the norm, but the norm is not defined.
Absolutely.